Hello, fellow crafters. How you doing? Clickwell here. Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you. I am in the guest room today. Not sure why. Maybe I did something wrong. I had to spend the night in the guest house. But that's okay. We are here, and we are about to get started with some... What are you doing? What are you doing? I didn't even see you in here. You know what? Maybe that's good. You're kind of taking care of business. You're not trying to draw attention to yourself. I'm sorry for doing this. I apologize, sir. Get back to it. Let me know if you need anything. Okay, let's head out of here, give him some privacy, and we're going to get started with what we're doing today. And what we're doing today is a little less technical builds and a little more beautification. That's right. It's time for us to clean up Industry Island. I think I'd like to make it look a little less green, a little less vibrant, and a little more industrial. And I think the best way to do that is to start off with some iron fences. So I'm going to get some iron, make it into fences, and I'll see you over there. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Industry Island, as we know it today in all of its glory, looking green, looking vibrant, full of life. Let's do something about that. So I'm going to start off using these ugly iron chain link fences. I think they're a perfect fit for this. Kind of reminds me of a fence that outlines a junkyard or something like that. You know, it's kind of a messy fence. There may be a couple of holes in it somewhere. Maybe we can do something like that. But I'm going to put them about 5 high. I think that's probably a good height for these, I think. And you know what? We're just going to work around the island there. I'm going to surround a couple of my mob farms over here, and then just basically surround the water. I think this is a great look for this island. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And while we're working on this, I'd love to talk to you guys a little bit about 1.17 and 1.18 updates and how that's going to be affecting me and my worlds. I know a lot of you guys are watching me over on Twitch as well. We also have the Clickwell SMP that we play on almost every night, as well as on server Sundays. Be sure to come by and check that out, by the way, guys. Twitch.tv/Clickwell on Sundays is server Sunday. Everybody gets together and we have a lot of fun, so be sure to come by and check that out. That's something we do every week. And you know what? We've got a few worlds here, and I think I'd like to do something a little bit different with this one. The Craftwell SMP, we decided we are going to be starting from scratch. It was very difficult decision, but you know what? Just with a lot of new people on the server, and with the fact that we'd love to have as much Cave and Cliffs content as possible, we think we're going to start fresh. All of our big builds are just going to have to be built again, which is, you know what, always a lot of fun. So that's not a big problem. The Twitch world that I have, that I've been playing for the last year on my Twitch channel, that I think is also going to be reset from scratch. I think that sounds like probably the most fun. I have a lot of the stuff that I've built on that channel, on that world was done sort of before a lot of you people knew me, and I think I'd like to start fresh and let everybody kind of experience and sharing all that stuff together, which is great. This world right here is going to be a slightly different story, I think. And you guys let me know what you think in the comments and how you feel about this, but I think what I want to do here is actually update the world with the 1.18 update. Now, I know a bunch of you people out there probably do not want to give up your worlds. You've been working on them for a long time, and you don't want to change that, so you're probably going to be trying to update as well. And I think, you know what? Why don't we do that together? We can share in some of the pains of it and some of the joys of it, and you know what? We can definitely share in the whole process. I think that's a great idea. You can post your comments and questions, and we can experience it together. So let's try and do the least amount of exploring in the overworld as we can for the next year or so, up until December or January, whenever everything is sort of ready to go and we can update. Let's do a lot of stuff in the Nether. Let's work on our Nether hub. We have a lot of stuff that we can work on in the Nether. We can even build a house in the Nether, which is always a lot of fun. We can work on some stuff in the end. We can fight the dragon a few more times to try and get some more end gateways. We can always build an Enderman farm, and you know what? There's also probably going to be a monument close by spawn here. We can find an ocean monument, and we can maybe even build a farm out of that. As long as we're not doing too much traveling, I think I'd rather save things like maybe looking for a mansion or things like that maybe require a little bit more traveling. We can wait to do those when the update happens. But I'm definitely going to update this world with 1.18. I think that's the decision I've made, and I hope that you guys think that sounds like a fun thing and something we can kind of experience together. Now back to Industry Island. I got a little bit distracted. I thought that was an important topic we should talk about real quick though. But back to Industry Island. What I'm doing now is right-clicking on every single one of these grass blocks with a shovel and turning those into path blocks. It makes everything look kind of dead and wilted. Maybe there's no water, there's no sunlight. Some of you guys might recognize this method from Mumbo Jumbo's build, sort of when he made his industrial district area. He did the same thing on the ground. I thought it looked absolutely fantastic, so I wanted to kind of bring that over into my world. As well, the fences that you see with we're going to be putting smooth stone pillars on next to, sort of as posts. Those were done first. I noticed in Iskall 85's world. I thought that was just a great looking fence that he used sort of in his industrial area, and I kind of wanted to mirror those two ideas together here, and wanted to give those guys full credit for kind of giving me the idea though, but I think it looks great here. And the greatest part about using path blocks, I think, is the fact that these aren't full blocks. So we're not going to have things spawning on that. We're only going to have to kind of protect the sand from spawns, which is great. You can see all of my farms are just humming away here. I love the fact that while I'm working in this area, I'm also getting things like sugarcane and iron and all that fun stuff, so that's great. Just a little more detailing around these farms. I just want to make sure that I get as many grass blocks as possible, but I have to leave all those ones around the sheep farm to make sure that the grass blocks they're eating keep regenerating. Okay, so it's really starting to look dead. It's really starting to look wilted and badly in need of some landscaping. So that's fantastic. You can see the iron farm there is just humming away, and so is the general mob farm. I flew back to my house there and unloaded a few chunks, but that's okay. We came back here with some grass blocks, and we're going to replace any of those dirt blocks that the sheep has eaten the grass with grass, and then right click on that to make that into a path block. Because remember that you can't grass will never pass path to a dirt block if it's surrounded by pathways. So it's kind of going to be stuck as a dirt block. So we have to replace that with grass, and then right click on it, turn that into a path block. Here I am lighting up that sand like I talked about, and look at this beautiful. I love it. I love the beautiful look of blocks like that getting lit up in the nighttime in a time lapse. I think it looks fantastic. We're going to go ahead and light up our ship because I don't want to have any creepy surprises coming out of there in the middle of the night. We're going to go down into the hull and make sure that's all lit up past light level 7. And then finally, I think we're going to start working on our pillars, our concrete pillars. That's going to kind of bring our fence together, kind of tie it together, and make it look much more real, much more natural. Oh yeah, that looks great. I love that. So it looks like I only made the fence about 4 high. Actually thought that was 5 high, but the pillars are 5 high. But you know what? The wandering trader decided to spawn in here and see if anyone's around to do some business with him. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of people here, Mr. Wandering Trader. But good luck to you. You know what? That actually reminds me. Maybe we will bring some villagers in here to kind of make themselves comfortable. That'd be kind of fun. And you know what? We could even decide which outfit of the villagers we think would be the most fitting here. Like maybe like a mason or something like that. We can see what we like the most, and then we can put some of their workstations around so they're all sort of dressed in the right costume for Industry Island here. We're just going to wrap this up around the edge here and see if we can finish up some of these pillars. I think everything is just really coming together. I'm even starting to imagine where I can put some new farms in the future around here and which spaces will look the best. So that's fantastic, guys. I can already imagine it in my mind, and hopefully you guys can start to see it come together too. The final thing I want to do to sort of tie everything together is put a bit of a path down. I think out of all the blocks I have, I think Podzol would be the nicest thing to use as a path block. Kind of looks like maybe wood chips and gravel, that kind of stuff that they may have laid down. Something kind of cheap and industrial they may have used. We can always change that to gravel or something maybe in the future. We can definitely add a few pieces of different blocks to dotted throughout the pathway to make it look more natural as well, which is great. We'll bring the other pathway around and we'll stop it kind of early because I'm not sure which direction I want to go. I know there's going to be a lot of farms around here. I'm just not exactly sure where yet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Industry Island. Isn't it a beaut? Isn't it a place of beauty? Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, all honestly, this place is disgusting. There's still a few things I want to do to amplify the grossness, but you know what? This is a great start. We're going to piece it together over time. Oh, look, there's our new mascot. Okay, for any of you that noticed, maybe during the time lapses and stuff, this guy used to be white, and somehow he magically turned black. Ignore the black dye in my inventory, but he is definitely going to be our mascot. He's maybe he's turned black from all the soot in the air, and maybe he was rolling around in some old oil spills or something, but this is going to be our guy. I'm not sure what to name him yet, but if you guys want to post comments below, what do you think I should name the new sheep? This is our mascot. We're gonna leave him out of here. Obviously, he doesn't belong in our sheep farm. He just belongs wandering around looking for grass to eat, which he sadly will never find. I'm sorry, my friend. Okay, here we are. As you can see, we've got smoke coming out of the ground here. I put some campfires underground, right underneath of these blocks, and then I put sort of the path block over top of it. So now we're able to have the smoke come out of the ground. It kind of looks like a scorched earth type look, like this whole place has been just fried. I think I've put too much down, to be honest. I think there's probably too many fires here. It looks a little bit crazy, so I may remove a few of those and see if that helps maybe look a little bit better. I've also added some cobwebs over here to the top of these fences, almost to make it look a little bit like razor wire, like barbed wire, which I think it looks awesome from afar especially, but it's a pretty expensive build. We don't have that many cobwebs. We've already used more than half of what we have in our inventory, so we're gonna see if we can collect a few more and finish that job off, but it's gonna take a little while. But to finish this off, I think the last thing I'd like to do is build ourselves a little bridge into the entry of Industry Island here. We have something set up next to our ship already here. We've lit up and built our ship to have it all nice and completed. Now it's back to its original glory. We even have a little bridge sort of leading back to the island here. But the one thing that we don't have is a bridge leading here from the original village. So we'll carve ourselves a little pathway along here eventually too, to make it seem like the villagers have been using the Industry Island to collect resources, maybe to build their town or something. I love adding lore, so let's do that and make it look like that's what's going on here. I'm gonna go ahead, grab my shovel, start building a bridge, and I will be right back, guys. And I think that'll do just nicely. I like this bridge. I love it when builds come together using a whole bunch of different kind of blocks. I even use barrels and stuff in this, which is a lot of fun, and and walls and stuff, and walls and fences and fence gates. I did make these out of spruce and those out of oak. I tried to make it look like these are a little bit stained or something, and sort of like it's working its way across the bridge. But you know, maybe we can find another. Maybe we can use oak trapdoors here instead to make it look like that even more. But this is a cool little bridge, and I put caution tape, warning tape here, so people don't accidentally wander into Industry Island. That way, that keeps the skeletons and the zombies out, but we can get in if we crouch, as well as maybe keeping villagers in if we bring some guys in here. Baby zombies and maybe spiders can even get through here, so we have to maybe think of a more permanent solution, but that'll work for now. That's just fine for now. Let's work our way up our little sand staircase and see what Industry Island looks like now after all of our renovations. I think it looks beautiful. I think we have tons of lore here. I can tell what's been going on here. I think if we add a little bit of maybe some black concrete coming out or some black wool even, it'll look like these are almost polluting even, which is kind of cool. I think that could be a fun little tidbit to the storyline as well. And this is where we're going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for coming today. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate that like if you like this video. And of course, I appreciate your subscription if you haven't subbed already. Thank you so much for doing that right now, pressing that sub button. That helps me out so much, guys. Come on and visit me on Twitch. I'll leave you that link below. Come say hi, introduce yourself. I always love meeting you guys. Thank you so much for the view. I'll see you next episode. Stay well, stay safe. I love you tons. Peace. Okay, bye-bye.